We're going to start off with our debate questions, and we are going to start off. Our order for our questioning was determined at random ahead of time before this event, and we are going to start with Meta Ridgway. I'm sorry, Meta, I keep saying Meta.
I answered both.
And as a reminder to both candidates, please hold the microphone close to your mouth. We can always turn you down. At some point, we can't turn you up. Our first question, this will be 3 minutes to Meta Ridgway, and then 2 minutes to Mr. Hartog, and then 1 minute back to you, Ms. Ridgway. What is a fair and accurate property assessment? What? I apologize. I'll read each question twice to make sure everyone understands. And hopefully, as long as our PowerPoint continues to work, we'll have them up on the side over here. What is a fair and accurate property assessment? You have 3 minutes.
A fair and equity property assessment is, not only is the assessor's responsible to value properties at 1/3 of market value, but we also have to value them equitably between properties. So we're looking at all the sales that have occurred, all the arm's length sales, and we look at different story types, we look at different locations, different amenities. We're analyzing the market data so that we can look at the range of the sales of similar properties, find the middle ground, and then apply that equitably between similar properties. One way that we can measure how well we're doing that is by the sales ratio study. And the state states that we need to be less than 30 COD. And we have accomplished that. Since I've been in that office, we have always been under 30. That's all I have.
I would agree with her process, the way she described the process and procedure for analyzing properties to arrive at a fair market value, and then also therefore determine the assessed value, which by state statute is 1/3 of market value. And yes, they do use sales ratio studies to determine that. However, where I think the assessor's office is lacking is I've gone a step further and I've FOIA'd some further sales ratio studies by neighborhoods in Freeport, and I found that certain neighborhoods are being overvalued by as much as 20%, and that coefficient of dispersion she mentioned, the COD, is far above 30 in some neighborhoods. We're talking actually over 100 in even some neighborhoods. So I think some neighborhoods deserve a harder look than what they're receiving instead of looking at Freeport as a whole. And I think one of the areas, one of the things you first learn, whether you're assessing or appraising, is to identify your market or delineate your neighborhoods. And I think that needs some further look in our assessor's office.
One of the issues that we have to deal with is the state does this 3-year sales ratio study. And in that, they determine how much reassessment we are allowed annually. And so we're held to a dollar amount of how much reassessment we can do each year. And that's based annually on their 3-year sales ratio study.